Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. As we get to Isaiah chapter 11, we find this chapter in the midst of a lot of messages about judgment and destruction and warfare. God was going to bring judgment against Israel for her misdeeds. He was going to use Assyria to do it, but then also he's going to punish Assyria for the pride that they would emulate in thinking that it was in their own strength that they were able to overtake Israel. And in the midst of all this warfare and destruction and misery, in chapter 11, there's a ray of hope. It says, "Then a shoot will spring from the stem of Jesse, and a branch from his roots will bear fruit. The Spirit of the Lord will rest on him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and strength, the Spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord. And he will delight in the fear of the Lord, and he will not judge by what his eyes see, nor make a decision by what his ears hear. But with righteousness he will judge the poor, and decide with fairness for the afflicted of the earth. And he will strike the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips he will slay the wicked. Also righteousness will be the belt about his loins, and faithfulness the belt about his waist." Clearly a messianic message in connection to the Messiah who is coming, and as we know him now as Jesus Christ. But this Messiah was going to come, yes, and do mighty and powerful things, especially with the words that he spoke that would bring down the lofty from their haughtiness and their pride, and uplift the humble, and bring fairness and justice and righteousness to people through the words that he would speak, through the instructions that he would give. But all of this would start with him merely being a shoot from the spring. A shoot will spring from the stem of Jesse, just as a shoot coming from the stem of Jesse, and a branch from his roots that would bear fruit. He would come as a baby boy, born in a manger, or laid in a manger in a small town of Bethlehem. He would be raised in a despised region of Nazareth. And this is a good description of how he would come onto the scene, as a shoot that would spring from the stem of Jesse. But he would go on to do mighty things, and he would be the means by which Israel would find salvation, and Israel would find a place before God once again. And so it shows us that God can use even the most humble means to bring about a powerful salvation, a powerful deliverance for his people. And it might be today that there might be some who are watching and who are listening who maybe you feel in despair. Maybe you feel like Israel felt at the time when Christ came onto the scene. You feel like you're in an exile state. You feel like all is lost, all is hopeless. Perhaps you feel as though there is no more meaning to life, and you're just at your wit's end. And you feel like there is no more hope for you. Well, don't be surprised if God can't bring in a shoot from a stem of Jesse. In other words, can bring just a ray of grace, a ray of hope into your life that might change the whole course of your life. And it doesn't take much. The Lord can work with very little and bring about great and powerful things. And so what we should pray for when we're in those types of situations where we feel like all is hopeless and all is lost is to say, "Lord, just bring me a little ray of hope, a little ray of your grace, a little shoot of your mercy and compassion, but also of your power. And in doing so, Lord, you can accomplish much in my life, and you can turn things around for me drastically, and you can put me back on the right path, and you can help me to see the sunshine of the countenance of your face once again." And so let's think about that today and reflect on that, especially when we find ourselves in a hard time. Say, "Lord, just give me that little ray of hope, just enough to spark my hope, to bring me back in hope once again, to know that, God, you can do powerful things, and you can use even the smallest things to bring about a great deliverance, to bring about great hope into my life, and to turn things around." So here's some things we can reflect on and think about as we do our reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.